Good evening, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of City Council. Thank you for the opportunity to provide a brief update on the Serve and Stay Fredericksburg Fund. This evening's presentation is informational in nature. We are not requesting any action or funding from Council. Rather, we'd just like to spend this time sharing a brief update about this program's status and the progress that has been made since the EDA approved its own initial investment in this fund. As you may know, the Fredericksburg Economic Development Authority last month approved to establish the Serve and Stay Fredericksburg Fund through the Community Foundation of the Rappahannock River region. The purpose of this program is to strengthen the recruitment, retention, and long-term stability of Fredericksburg's civic workforce by helping public-serving employees establish residency within the city. I want to spend a moment on why the EDA chose to become involved here. While housing is the mechanism, this is not fundamentally a housing program. It is an economic development initiative. Economic development is ultimately about people. Communities compete for employers, investments, and talent. Increasingly, they also compete to attract and retain the workers who make their institutions successful. Strong schools, reliable public safety services, and effective local government operations are all foundational to economic growth. When teachers, police officers, firefighters, EMS personnel, and other public servants are unable to live in the communities they serve, recruitment becomes more difficult. Turnover increases, institutional knowledge is lost, and organizations become less stable. Those impacts affect residents, employers, and the larger local economy. The EDA viewed this challenge through that lens. As we developed the program, we looked at the growing disconnect between workforce salaries and local housing costs. Average home values, as you all know, in the city of Fredericksburg are approaching or exceeding $500,000, while rents are hovering around $2,000 per month. At the same time, many early and mid-career public serving professionals earn between approximately $50,000 and $70,000 annually. That gap creates a meaningful barrier for many individuals who would otherwise.
She extends her regret. She had every intent of being here tonight, but she wasn't feeling well. So good evening, Mayor Devine, Vice Mayor Fry, and members of City Council, City Manager Baruti, and city staff. I speak on behalf of Judy Smith, President of the Mayfield Civic Association, and she is speaking regarding the proposed Area 8 Mayfield zoning amendment to designate that area a creative maker district. First, I want to thank the Planning Commission and staff for listening to the concerns raised by residents on May 27th at the Commission's first hearing on the zoning amendment. The revisions made to the original proposal reflect considerations of the community's concerns about displacement. Also, I appreciate and have accepted the invitation extended by Mr. Thompson, Senior City Planner, to provide input to ongoing revisions. However, the current revisions do not address the larger questions residents have consistently asked. What policies will Fredericksburg have in place to protect current residents from displacement as revitalization of the Mayfield community proceeds? Research emphasizes that local government should establish anti-displacement strategies before redevelopment pressures take hold, not after. Their work highlights the importance of neighborhood stabilization, owner-occupied housing preservation, housing production, and other intentional policies that allow existing residents to remain and benefit from investment. This is particularly important in Mayfield, a historically Black neighborhood originating as a result of legal segregation that has experienced generations of marginalization. Given that history, city revitalization efforts should be preceded by safeguards that ensure current residents can remain and share in benefits of future growth. Other Virginia localities are already moving in this direction. Charlottesville Comprehensive Plan includes an explicit commitment to preventing displacement as part of its housing affordability strategy. Richmond has similarly recognized anti-displacement as a citywide priority within its housing initiatives. We in Fredericksburg can take the opportunity to learn from these examples before advancing revitalization areas in Area 8. The city could engage.
That we ratify the termination of the lease agreement between the Rappahannock Regional Solid Waste Management Board, the County of Stafford, City of Fredericksburg, and Amoresco Stafford LLC relating to gas rights at the R Board-operated landfill.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Please cast your vote.
Motion passes
Thank you very
7-0.
much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hefka.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Okay. Item 11B is a resolution on first read amending the fiscal year 2026 budget supplemental activity in the school grants and school capital funds.
Any questions you may have?
Are there any questions for Mr. Whitley? If not, is there a motion?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to move the resolution on first read amending the FY26 budget supplemental activity in the school grants and school capital funds.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Please cast your vote.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. Item 11C is a resolution on first read authorizing an economic development agreement with 2300 Fall Hill Partners, LLC, and the Fredericksburg Economic Development Authority for the redevelopment of the property commonly known as the former Mary Washington Hospital. We'll hear from our Director of Economic Development and Tourism, Josh Summits.
The screen, please. All right, there we go. Sorry. Madam Mayor, members of City Council, good evening. The resolution before you this evening for consideration is an economic development agreement, again, with the Fredericksburg Economic Development Authority and 2300 Fall Hill Partners, LLC. This incentive agreement is for the redevelopment of the former Mary Washington Hospital at 2300 Fall Hill Avenue. The project, an adaptive mixed-use redevelopment, supports the city's goals of diversifying housing opportunities and expanding more affordable workforce housing options through historic preservation of a character structure in the city. City staff recommend the approval of this resolution as presented to authorize entering into this agreement. Some of these slides will look familiar from the City Council May 26 work session. Again, this property is an anchor in the neighborhood, in the city. It is a historic contributing building to the historic district and a key component to our ongoing corridor revitalization efforts. The comprehensive plan 2025 update includes goals of diversifying housing type options, which provide increased opportunities for additional housing supply and affordable workforce housing options. Additionally, this new high-quality apartment mixed-use project brings new units into the city and supports economic development initiatives.